Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. What a beautiful day. This good Lord is made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. What's up, y'all? Last day, last week. Man, I can't say the last day of the year, but last week of the year, we are coming up on it. So I'm having a little fun. You can stay here if you want to, or if you would like to just jump in and trade with me live here on Zoom. You jump in on Zoom and ask questions, talk to me. You don't have to sit back there and just listen. We got Letha just joined. What's up, Letha? So that's what it is. That's where we at.
Hello.
Hey, 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 hey.
I can't believe it. I rolled over, opened my eyes.
There it is.
Because, as a teacher, I slept in very late, finally. And I've been waking up early, so I don't know. Today it was late. And when I rolled over and grabbed my phone, there you were. So yay.
Right there, right there, right there. All right, well, cool. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna just look around at the market. I was just telling people I'm gonna post this link. Let me post this link in here so that if people want to, they could do the same thing you're doing.
All right, I'm sitting up. I've got notebook,
Okay.
ink
All right.
pen.
So yeah, if you have questions, ask questions if you want. Um,
Okay, I have a question before people join because it's a beginner question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't well, let me grab my notes. Well, while I'm turning pages, I don't remember what it's called, but the test, the futures.
Yes, 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 yes.
And okay, you said that we started off with
1,000.
25,000 in paper money, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so tell me how it goes again. You cannot lose, is it
100.
1,500 or 15,000?
1,500.
Okay, so in the paper money, you cannot lose. Okay, this is futures. I'm writing it down.
Yes, yes,
And I'm
yes.
glad I asked. 1,500. And the uh, okay, so I think I need to put my hands on the chart. I've been watching you, but I haven't put my hands on the chart. I've watched the videos.
Okay. Yeah, that helps. That's what we want to do first is practice, practice, practice. That part, getting used to it. And then it's just like driver's ed. So all we're gonna do is driver's ed. We're gonna walk through here and practice in the, simulation car first. Then we're gonna get in the parking lot and play around. Then we're gonna start getting in those back streets. And before you know it, you're on the expressway.
Okay.
Driving, putting on your makeup.
I don't wear makeup, but okay. Um, okay, so when people do, and this is not a question for now, but like how long on average have people demo? I know you've told me testimonials of was somebody started the same night and got 10,000. It was a miracle. I don't want the miracle story. I want like what's kind of normal.
Well, yeah, everybody's different. That's what I like about it because it's at your own pace. It's not, you're not trying to compete with anybody else. It's really how you understand what's going on and how comfortable you are. It's like, not everybody takes their driver's test at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you may jump in and you may get more practice than the next person. So what does that allow you to do? That may allow you to feel more comfortable behind the wheel when it comes to taking your test,
Okay.
right?
I
So,
understand
I
and
don't
I
try to
got you.
tell people what other people are doing because I don't want them to feel the pressure,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
to say that. But it's really totally up to you. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if it takes somebody 2 days to understand it and get it and start doing it, and it takes you, a month or 2 months, as long as you get it,
Okay. Understand.
right? Because there are
Yep.
some people that get it fast, but the person that takes a little longer may end up being a better trader than that person that took the test faster and passed it. You understand?
Yes.
So yeah, let's not even focus on that. Let's just focus on understanding and getting yourself in position to where you can understand it and do it because you only need to be better than the person that you were yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's what I tell students, so I get it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the best way to look at it and to approach it. So some of the stuff that I do on here daily is some of the ground work, some of the most important things that I think a trader should do. And that's like having your foundation set. What do you do day to day? Not even necessarily just in the charts. What do you do before you trade? So, like getting up first thing in the morning, getting into my word, right? Having that time with God. And I think that is so powerful because now you're not even focused on your trading, you're focused on your overall mission.
Yes.
Then we break down what's next, right? So we do that. Then we want to go in and check out the news. So that's what I have on the screen right now. I always put this on the screen first before I, put anything else on the screen. Is I'll post up the the news that we should be looking at before we jump into a trade or even look at a chart, right?
Okay.
Because if you do this, it's going to help you. It's going to help you so much because you won't make crazy mistakes by jumping in trades and then wondering why did you lose the trade? And
Okay.
it's because there was a news event that was really crazy and the market went crazy and it hit your stop loss and it took you out and then boom, it's like what dog? I didn't check the news. Oh man. So when
Oh.
these things like this become a habit, you're setting yourself up. It's like if you're going to be working outside, one of the first things I think a person should do is check the weather.
Mm-hmm.
See what the weather's going to be like. You don't want to step outside with a turtleneck and long johns on and a winter coat, and it's going to be 180 degrees outside,
Right.
you
And
know,
it did change today from yesterday.
right? So you want to check those things out and see what's going on. And boom, now we ready. Now we know it's going to be a sunny day. So let's go ahead and, be prepared for that. When we step out, we know what's going on. If I knew it's going to be a lot of news in the market today, then one of the first things I'm going to do is sit back and wait till the skies clear up. I'm going to wait until it looks good for me to go out and start trading.
Okay. So on this screen, I'm not a news, I'm not a really a TV watcher much. What is this like news on the TV or
Nope, nope.
what's this on the screen?
This is just your trading news. And this is what's so great about this is that I don't personally understand everything that's going on right here. All
I
I
mean, where do
know,
you,
this is what okay, you mean like you want to know where you get this from?
yeah, where do you
Well,
go and watch
well,
the news? Because
actually,
I'm not a news watcher.
in the university, I have everything in there for you, but I'm gonna just paste it in the, let's see where you at. I'm gonna paste it in our chat here on Zoom.
Oh,
And
on
then
Zoom.
you can copy that if you want to, or just wait till you get to that place in university and get it there. You know, either way. But only thing you really need to know here is you need to understand how to go to the date. On my computer, I always have to put the date in first, or just touch date today.
Hmm.
So when I touch today, boom, it gives me today's date. And
Oh, so that's
only,
three things of news.
right. And the only thing I need to look out for is red folder news. I need to know where the time is at and then what color the folders are. These are the folders here. So,
Okay.
and I could go back in time. I could look at different days. Here's a 17. Like, for example, here, this is a red folder. So if I was going to be trading this, I wouldn't want to trade it at 1 in the morning. Make sure that I'm not trading at 1 in the morning. Right. Here's some more news here. And that's red folder at 3:45. But the only
At
thing we watch,
NZD.
yeah, well, we're just watching USD. So these are basically just currency pairs or news from different countries on these currency pairs, or just this currency. Let's say that these are not pairs; these are just currencies. So
Okay.
I look out for this. I watch this news, which is up here at the top, Forex Factory, and then I watch my FX book, and I come over here, and this will give me the breakdown as well. In 35 minutes, it's going to be orange folder news, and this is USD, but there's no red folder news. Okay.
Okay. You said university, and the only university this time that you put me through was futures, not
Right.
this.
Right. Yep. Yep. So if you go over to the futures, it'll be there. Or if you message me in futures, I could direct you to the video with the links for these. So it's already set up for you.
Okay, I want to see that.
All right. So I'll show you that. Now, um, so after we do the news, I've already posted my scripture up on YouTube. For those that are watching on YouTube, can see the scripture today on YouTube. But today's scripture is, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? Matthew 7:11. So you have not because you ask not.
That's not
I tell
okay.
people all the time, that squeaky wheel is the one that gets the oil. So say something. That's why I'm here letting people come in and ask questions if they want to. I did drop the link and posted in a couple of places people can jump on. But this is the live market. I got one more place I think I want to place it. I didn't put it online. Hold up, let me see. So yeah, so that's actually um how I get started. And then after that, I just start to I could look around or I could just wait for alerts to come through. One good thing about our system is that we don't necessarily have to go and look for trades. We could just listen. So all we have to do is just sit and listen
And we're listening for, well, I don't
for,
have it set up. Is the lady that
for
says, hey,
alerts.
look at this?
You say yours is delayed?
No, I'm asking. No, not. Yeah, mine is still delayed. I'm saying the lady. What are we listening for? Do you have to
So
set up the lady that says, "Hey, take a look,"
yeah,
or?
yeah, we will set her up. Let's go over. Let me see. Go over to futures. I'm trying to just make sure I click on the right one. All right, I think this should do us. So now we get over here, and I'm just going to get to where the market is at now, and this is Russell. So what we're looking for, listening for, is this arrow. When this arrow drops, it's going to make a sound, and to let us know that there's a sale. All right. Let me see if I can go to another one. Take my son's account maybe a little smoothly. Okay. All right. So just like this here, we have a sell alert, which is telling us that we can take a sell and the market's going to drop. And the same thing here. You notice we have a sell alert,
Mm-hmm.
and we got the red candles and the market went down. Here, market was consolidating and slowly went down a little bit, not a lot, but continued to consolidate and then finally dropped. So we know, and one of the long rules, with one of the things I learned early in trading is not to trade when you're in consolidation. So that means basically when the market is moving sideways, and I like to say when it's in a box, when you can put it in a box, then you really shouldn't trade if you don't have experience. I was told never to trade during consolidation, but then I learned, after I had a little bit more experience, that you can actually, make decent money during consolidation if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was told the same. Nita said, consolidation is when you sit on your hands.
that's right. Yeah. Sit on your hands. So, it's basically it. We sit and we wait for these alerts and we watch. A couple other things that we're looking for is we're waiting for all of our confirmations to be met. And we've got three things that we are looking for. Um, so after those confirmations are met, then we just jump in the trade and we sit and wait for things to happen. So like even now, maybe waiting, well, we have all the confirmations. We do. We have a sell alert. Why aren't we jumping in this trade for a sale? Well, these red and blue lines help us to not jump into trades too early. We wouldn't want to jump in this sale unless we were past this blue line, meaning the candlesticks had went past this box. And I can show you here exactly what I mean. See how we got a sell alert here, but the next candle broke past this blue line. This blue line was actually a box like this. And after that happened, then we jumped in and took the sell. So like here, if this breaks past this box, then this will give us the opportunity to jump in and take a sell. But a lot of
If
times,
it breaks past the top of the blue
the
box,
bottom, the bottom. We want to
the
see this
bottom of the blue
candle
box, got
close.
it.
We want to see this candle close below this box. And if it closes below this box will disappear and turn into a line. So this is right now, we got the opening bell jumping off. So in 30 minutes, in 2 minutes, be opening bell. And the market, whoops, opening bell now. Yeah,
Okay.
clock is a
I
little late.
can't hear it, but okay.
No, you can't hear it, but in New York, the bell has went off and the market just starts to go, you know, move really fast.
Mm-hmm. Because it's 9:30. They've opened. Okay.
Yep, they've opened. So that's it. And then, so in the mornings, what I do is I look around for different trades to take and help people out. I get people that come in that want to trade go. Oh, that's good. So I like to come in here and I will find a gold trade, and probably should have been here a little earlier because I probably would have had them set up for this one for the sale. But the thing is that we don't rush. We just sit and we wait to see, what's actually going to happen. If we do not get the uh, the signals or the alerts that we need to jump in the trade, then
Hey, take a look. Take a look. Hey, take a look. Take a look.
like that.
Just got
Hey, take a
three
look.
alerts.
You did?
No, I heard, hey, take a look 3 times.
Okay. So I
Hey, take a look.
so now we just got an
Hey,
entry
take a look.
on the Russell. Let's see if I could show you what that looks like. I gotta go back. Oh, it's not on this chart. It's not on this one. So on my other chart, I just had an alert to go off to say that we entered a trade on the Russell. So they normally pop up on my alerts. Like it says entry here, just to let me know that we jumped in a trade. But I'm not actually in a trade right now. That's just an alert that I had that was set up. So yeah. So like what you were saying is that you just kind of need to get over into the
Look.
and look around
Hey, take a look. Take a look.
and start getting used to these trades to take or getting used to the charts. Now we got an entry here on this one. I did not put my alert on, and then I'll put an alert on this line so that when we do hit and take profit, this will be a trade that we won. Somebody else is coming in. See if I can find my people.
Hey, take a look. Take a look.
All right. Let's see, message. Hey, take a look. Nope, we'll just put classic. So we hit TP here, then we just won this Euro USD trade. But with you, when you look at your chart, it's going to look different because you will have
Just the Russell and it's delayed. Is that right?
I think yours may be delayed. You would have to get the upgrade
Yes.
to so you won't be delayed. But if you look at it on currency pairs, you will not be delayed. Okay. I'm gonna update this one. This is a version 3. Take that off and put a better version on here. Do version 4. This is what you have. I think I did help you set yours up, so you should be set
Yes,
on yours.
I do.
Yeah. So I would say just, get in the university and start watching some of those videos. See what makes sense to you. But yeah, in the beginning, this could be really confusing and frustrating till you learn it. That's why I told you just to focus on one thing. You're only going to be looking at the Russell,
Mm-hmm.
taking your
Got
chart
that.
and just focusing on that and seeing what's happening. let's see if we could find something. I like to, see if I can find a currency pair for, I have to go looking at gold. Let me look at gold first and see if I can find something for my people that trade gold. I like doing that first because gold moves so fast where currency pairs, it may take hours sometimes before you hit TP. And it doesn't take much, like when you're doing futures. So this is a futures trade. It wouldn't take much to get in a trade and make money and get out. So I could go in here and turn on, see what this looks like. So yeah, it looks like right here, we just got a sell alert for gold. Just turn Mama Kathy on and see what she says. Yep, there's a sell. So
Okay, it's a sell alert,
yeah,
but none of the candles are hitting either of the boxes.
nope. So like here we got 75 ticks before we hit a box. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I could say enter here, but it's so close, we don't even have time really to. So this case, I would just wait until we and see if we're gonna break past this box before jumping in this trade. Sometimes it moves so fast. And a trade like this for gold would be a good trade. I can get it there. So like 40, and to say we would enter here and hit take profit at the bottom, that would be good. So I can set this up.
So the entry is at 4,389.9.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that's the entry.
And then like if you're paper trading, like I told you to do this, go in,
And then your take
trade,
profit
and
is, oh,
you go here, and then you can connect. This is something that you could probably even do now.
I need another computer.
Okay,
This
because
is
you're watching, right? You're watching here. So take profit and sell stop. We would set that up, do a stop, and I don't see if I missed it, but this is our entry. So we just came in on this trade, and this would be a take profit. We probably would win this
so
one.
because that yellow candle just entered the box,
Yeah.
you need to hit what's the
So the red sell button is what you would take to enter. You would hit your take profit and then hit your stop loss, and that's going to give you these here. And this is going to show
Hey, take a look. Hey,
what
take a look. Take a look. Hey, take a look. Take a look.
I can get this. So if we would have got in this trade, this probably would have been about a $500 trade. So if we would have been able to get this, we could have made $510 just if it was to come down and hit this box. So sometimes it may pull back. If it pulls back,
okay, it went from, it crossed the entry.
yeah,
That's that first long yellow candle.
right.
and then it went down.
And there's your take profit. That would have been your $500 right there. So in literally 2 minutes being in a trade, that would have been a one trade. So if anybody was
Hey, take a look.
and they were able
Hey,
to get in on that trade, that would have been a winning trade for them.
So, okay.
So when you are,
Need to enlarge the screen.
let's see if I could do this. So when you're paper trading or when you're trading, like we would have gotten the alert right here. Okay. And I could probably go back in time and even show, but we would have gotten in the trade here. And then you would press your sell, do a stop loss, and then you would move your take profit into profit to where you want to, get out of the trade. And this is saying 3 contracts. And that's something that you have to be careful of as well, is that when you enter a trade, that you're only doing like 1 unit, unless your account is set up for that. But 1 unit is just 1 contract. And then you can move your take profit into place. So if you were going for the $400 or $600 trade, or you put your stop loss in profit, but we would look at whatever the goal is that you have set. And that's why I like to use this, but you don't have to use this if you just know what dollar amount you're looking for. So if your dollar amount was, $200, that was your goal, and you want it to be out. So the market would just need to pass this line right here. And then that would be your take profit. And once
So
the,
the 100, okay, my math is not mathing because I'm looking at numbers and it's changed by 2, which inevitably means 200.
so you're talking about the numbers on the side?
Yes.
See, that's why I don't even get into that. I'll just get
Okay.
into, I press the sell button, I'm doing a stop loss, and then I'm going to measure what it is that I'm looking to get. So my take profit, I'm looking right here.
Okay. So that would,
This is what I'm looking at,
and I changed that to 200.
right? Just move that to $200. That's what you're looking at. If you can get 210, fine. We go to 210. We press confirm, and then it shows us right here what we're looking for. We can move this to what we're willing to lose. I'm willing to lose $170. You confirm, and when if the market moves down past this line, this will disappear, and your $220 will appear in your account. Boom.
That would be a win.
We just won. We would have won that trade.
Okay. But
So
if it goes
that's it.
up to the 170,
Then we lose,
okay.
right? But if we notice, like, when we have these sell alerts, the market drops. So sometimes we will get a pullback, but we'll have a range to say, if it comes past this box, then that's our exit to get out of the trade. Depending on what we're trading, sometimes I'll say 2 boxes, because some things that we trade doesn't take as much money from us. So we can hold on to a trade a little longer. And if you enter here,
take a look. Take a look. Hey, take a look.
you still would have end up winning this trade, if you're trying to stay in and ride for a long time. So, but that's basically like how we do it, and it makes it so much easier when you don't have to study and learn everything there is to know about trading to be profitable, right? So, like, we're watching the market here, we just wait and see if another sell alert is going to pop up. If it does, it gives us the opportunity to jump into the trade again.
Take a look. Hey, take a look. Hey.
I have not hit take profit on this trade here, but about to win this Euro USD. So close to it.
When it crosses the purple.
Yep. That would be a winner chicken dinner.
Take a look. Hey.
Yeah. She would be a distraction to me.
So And it's only because I have so many different things going on. Like
Yeah.
it
I
just
get it. Because when it says take a look, I see that it's the euro and the USD.
yeah.
And then for you, you go over to that screen,
But
which I don't know where it is, but okay.
so like here, we just cross take profit, and it's telling me right here, Euro USD. We just won that trade. So boom, we're done. So don't have to worry about this anymore. Didn't do anything with this one. This was just here.
How much did that one win? Like how
So and that's the thing. Like with currency pairs, it depends on what a person puts in, because this is something, it depends on the size of your account. If you want to go in with one contract, or if you want to go in with
Take a look.
2 contracts or 10 contracts.
okay.
Currency pairs do not move like futures.
I
So this
think I
is
need to
4x.
stick with one thing.
Right. That's why I told you to stick with the Russell. That's all you're going to deal with, and do the futures. Um, the currency pairs, or yeah, trading 4x is totally different. Right.
Okay.
So you, to really make, you know, money in current in 4x, you need to have a lot more money in your account. Right. So I mean, you could
I'll
even
stick with
do,
futures.
right, you could even do some prop firms and stuff like that to use other people's money to come in and trade with currency pairs, so you can have that dollar amount that you want to see. But I think it's great. So here's a sale right here. Jump up as I'll come back onto this later. But here's a sale here. We just received a sell alert for gold. So I'm gonna
Look.
put
Hey, take a look.
a entry right here on the gold trade. Trying to see where's my line. Don't see it. So I'm gonna put in a sell to a sell stop. Hit my take profit and stop loss. And I'm gonna put my entry right here at this line. My take profit is gonna be here. And this is my entry. And then I'll press sell. And if it crosses this line, this will be $900. And
Okay. So your entry is not the way you said the 1, 2, 3 punch, I would put my entry at sale. The blue box. No?
yeah, you could, but it depends on what your dollar amount is that you're going for. What's your goal for today?
200.
Right? So you could say it's a little super gold trade that I just called. We just entered that trade. The alert just went off and told us we just entered. We're now negative, and we're just hoping that it comes down and gives us uh, the $1,000 before it hits our stop loss. Now, if your goal is $200, then your take profit is going to be here. That's 220, close enough. And I could say, when it hits this, I'm done. And let's see if it disappears and if we win this trade. So I'll take a $200 trade, which is, decent amount. So we're negative
Hey,
3, 4.
hey.
But we just sit and wait, boom, and see if we're going to get our take profit on this trade. So some people, it kind of really bothers the blood pressure, the anxiety, if you sit and you watch this, because people have a tendency to look at the money and they get nervous when they see red instead of seeing profit. So what I teach is to set up alerts like the hey, take a look, or attention. You can put a line on your chart. You can, name it lookout. And if it hits here, then you want to come and take a look and see if you want to close your trade manually, instead of letting the market take you out, depending on how much you have in your account and what your goal is. But you don't have to sit and watch. So now we're $10 in profit. We're 30, we're 60. So, but this could really, it really does mess with people's emotions. When I first started trading, I wouldn't even watch it. So now we booked it. We just won $200 just that fast. So
Wow,
we're
that
done.
was
We're done
fast.
for the day. You understand? So that would be
Okay.
your goal for the day. And now once you've done that, you're finished. You could shut it down and pack up, finish doing what you got to do.
Wow.
So that's the way it moves. Now we'll go over here and let's take a look at Russell. Let me go back. That's what you would be looking at, Mr. Russell. I just wanted to get my goal people a trade. So now we have a trade goal that we've hit. And now I'm looking at Russ. And if we look,
Okay.
so
So looking at Russell,
nothing is set for us right now. It looks good for us to take a trade. We don't have all the confirmations that we need. So this is one of those moments where you sit on your hands and you just wait. Question? I heard you saying something.
no, I'm looking. I gotta find.
I'm gonna go back to gold because I think I did have lower TP for. Yeah, so like you were saying too, you can go down to the blue box. That was something that I did tell you. But like I said, if you have your goal set, you get in, you get out, and you're done. Get in, get out, and you're done. But for my people that were looking for a little bit more, this would be another exit here, 4,379.2.
Take a look. Hey,
All right.
Okay,
So,
for this, these are such elementary questions. I feel a little bit ashamed. Um, for the sake of the video,
okay.
which candle is the yellow? Is your
hey,
yellow
take a look. Take a look.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Which candle is the blue representative and which candle is the red representative? Which between yellow and green? Just
To make it easier for you.
no. Don't change it.
You sure? Okay.
I'm positive
All right.
because I need to learn how to adapt and I need to learn how to adjust and follow. So, which candle did you change to green?
I'm gonna make it easy for you. And this is
Please,
how I
please don't
teach.
change it.
I'm not gonna change it, but this is how I teach my people. So I teach my kids to remember. We are looking at a game that's going on right now, and it's Bulls versus the Bears.
Yes.
Yep. Now, we've all seen Bulls attack people. They use their
Hmm.
horns and then they throw them up in the air. Am I
Right.
correct?
Bulls go up, bears go
So
down.
bulls attack the market moving the candles upward. So if you see a candle that's going up,
Up
like in that
green.
direction, we can see that the green ones are going in an upward direction and the yellow ones are going down.
Okay.
So who attacks down? If you ever see someone get attacked by a bear, the bear will
Push him
probably hit
down.
them with the paw and then knock them down to the ground and then attack them downward. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right? So just think about that, and that's going to help you. Whenever you see the market moving downward, those are the bears.
Okay. Thank you.
So bears, doesn't matter what color it is, if it's going down, it's a sell or it's the bear. So that normally for most people, that would be red, right? Bears are normally identified with red, and that's why I use the red colors
Okay.
for the sales, okay? And then the blue arrows for the buys. So no matter what the other colors are, we're going to match up the colors. We want red candle, red arrow with the red line, and we want to see our boxes here be red at the same time. If we can get those reds, then we know that it's safe to take a trade. All of our confirmations are met. So before my daughters were even able to understand what they were really doing, you know, they understood how to match colors, right? So if we're looking for a sale and we get a blue arrow and a blue line, are we taking the trade? So like here, we're looking to make money. We're looking for a winning trade we can get in. Oh, we just received an alert. We come look at the computer and it's a blue
Okay.
arrow. Let's take the buy. And it's like, wait, let's see if everything matches. Well, we got a blue arrow. What color's the line? It's red. We take the trade. No, why not?
No.
It doesn't match.
Okay.
We keep going and we're just waiting for the colors to match. Oh, we just got a sale alert. Well, what do we have? What
A
color's the line?
yellow.
The line is red. The arrow is red. Let's zoom in and look at the candle. Sometimes you can even check and see what color the candle is. What color is the candle? It's red.
It's red.
And then what color are our boxes? They're red. And we're mainly looking at time frames. We can't see them because they're being blocked. So let's move them to bottom left. And now they're here so we can see them better. So the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, excuse me, are showing that they're red and they're down. So now we can take this trade. All the confirmations are met. And if we're correct, the market should continue to go down. And the market continued to go down. And we would wait until after it would have, so there's our TP on gold. So those that would have jumped in that one would have won that gold trade. But we would have waited until this candle closed below this blue box because it was so close to the box that we didn't want to take a chance on it going the opposite direction. So we wouldn't have pressed the sell to jump in automatically. We would have put a sell stop below the box, or we would just wait until we get a break like this and the candle closed below the box. Now we could enter here for a sale and the market continued to go down. Only because we were patient and we waited until all of our confirmations were met. We did not rush. We waited for the colors to match, and that was it. I don't teach my kids about the numbers over here. I teach them how to press the sell button. Say they want to do a sell stop. I teach them how to put their take profit in at the dollar amount that they want, and then put their stop loss in. That's what I teach them. If they want to walk away and they want to go play, which they do, most of them don't sit at the computer. So I'll teach them how to put in that lookout in case the market starts to get close to their stop loss. They could decide if they want to close that trade or not. So it doesn't have to be complicated, but with adults, we want to know so much. We have so many questions, and I guess that's probably why, God says that we should be more like kids. You tell a kid something, they believe it. Their mom or dad tells them when they're younger, they're going to believe it. They may ask a couple of questions, but for the most part, they kind of just keep it simple and believe what they're told or what they, see in some situations and just run with it. But then when they start to get older, then they start questioning like, Dad is really not a superhero. He's not. He just opened up a can of jelly. So
Okay.
So I tell some people, a lot of people like, don't look too hard in this. Do not study too hard. Keep it as simple as possible. Keep it as simple as possible. And that's why I was going to say, let me go to my son's page. And even my chart, I don't have my chart, the candlesticks looks like this. They're the bodies, you could see through them. And we only want the outline of the candles because we want to
Those
be
are
able
indicators.
to we want to be able to identify the candles that we're following, the blue one and the red ones. Right? This is really what we want to be able to see. If we get an alert, we want to know,
Solid.
right? Because the sale, solid red candle, boom, we're looking good. Right now, we could end up with a sell alert on the Russell right now on this trade. So like we see, there was a blue box here. It turned into a blue line. This is continuing to go down. This could continue to drop. And if it does, this would be a good sell. So like right here, this would be a good sell to take for the Russell.
Okay, because we've got 4 blue boxes.
We will be looking for, see, we don't have our sell alert. So if we had our sell alert and it came here and it broke through the box, then we would be able to take that trade. Right. So like here's our red sell alert, red candle. And we would enter under this candle. We would not, see if I can put this on, if I could do a sell stop.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Right.
This is a live right now
Right.
movement.
Yes.
Okay. So there is no indicator yet, but we have reds going down pretty consistently. Well, 2. So we're hoping for, I'm predicting a sale alert somewhere, but I don't know where the line would be.
Right. We'll just wait for that sell
Because I
alert to
see
pop up.
red, I see a red line, I see red candles, not solid. I see 4 red boxes that say downtrend.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of waiting on the 4th thing, which is the
Sell arrow. It's really the
sell
first thing that we look for,
solid. Yes.
right? But everything else is in place. So if we see a red arrow pop up, and we could say, oh, we're good to go. Right? We could say, oh yeah, this is it. Because everything else is in place. So now we're just waiting for the sell alert.
Okay.
to
When the
pop up.
sale alert comes, are you already set up so that you can just hit sell, or when the
So,
sale alert comes, is that when I do all that?
no, so I'll do like this. Like, okay, if I see all the other confirmations are met, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for my next, and I think it's going to be a sell alert, I'll press sell, and I'll just get my chart ready for that sale. And I'm going to do a sell stop, and then I push this to the side. So now I could just slide this down to where I'm ready to take my sell. And then just hopefully I get an alert and I can just press the sell button. I may have to adjust my take profit or my stop loss. I may have to adjust those,
Mm-hmm.
but that's it. Now I don't have to do all these other steps. That's I'm ready now. So I'm set up, I'm good to go. If I don't do that, then I have to do all of this when I get my sell alert. I gotta press sell, I've got to do take profit, I've got to do stop loss, move this to stop, and then push this to the side. It's like, man, I've already missed. It could be 15 to 20 ticks
Seconds.
just by doing that, right? So, it's one of those things. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready,
Right.
right? So that's what I do.
On a $200 day, what would my stop loss would be, like $20?
And see, some people will
Because I
do
know
stuff,
you're not willing to lose 200 to get 200. I
and
can't afford that.
some people have a percentage that they go by. Some people will look at the dollar amount. What I do is I've always looked at the chart in the setup.
Stop field.
I've always looked at the chart in the setup. If the setup is telling me it's worth taking that risk, I'll take that risk. So, it may be, I don't know why it's doing this with 5 contracts. Let me take this out and do it different. So 5 units. Put this on 1 unit. And like I say, everybody has different ways of doing things, and what works for them is what works for them. I'm not against any strategy that somebody has or how they protect. Okay, I'm gonna move this to the side. All right. So if I said, I'm looking to do $100 on this trade. Now here's a sale right here. So here's our sale. We could enter now. This would actually be a good place to enter. So I'm going to say we've got the sale. So I'll set up my stop. My entry is here. I received a sell alert right here. Okay. So now I'm going to just put my take profit right above this candle, my stop loss right above this candle. So that's saying it's $150 that I'm risking on this trade. Right? Why would I risk that? Because I'm really confident that my trade is going to come in and give me the profit that I'm looking for. And in some cases, it may be a little bit more. Sometimes it may be a $200 or $220 risk that I'm taking to make the $200. And it may not make sense when you do your numbers, but if I look at everything that I'm doing, like, well, all my confirmations are met to take the sale. I know at any time the market could start to pull back because the market, I look at it like it's a breathing thing, right? When it's moving in the direction of the trend, it's an exhale. But the market is going to have to inhale in order to exhale again. Does that make sense?
Yep, I
So,
remember that on the video.
so if you know that, then I would look at these red boxes and blue boxes on the chart to help me to determine if I should stay in the trade or not. So we exhale. The market is taking an inhale right now. It's going against the direction that we wanted to go in. And it was look like if this candle turns red, then this could be a small inhale. Then we could look for an exhale and the market could continue to go down in our favor. So just my way of trading, it's different from what some people do. So sometimes I may take a trade and have a $500 stop loss, and my take profit may be $300. In most cases, when I do that, my stop loss doesn't get hit, but it's just that I'm being cautious. And sometimes, like this, it may pull back and it may get to $290. And my stop loss is just 10 away, and then boom, it'll turn around and go right back in my favor. Because I really don't necessarily just kind of go with the money. I try to respect the market and the rules of the market and the way I see the market moving. So if that makes sense, to make it make more sense, and to give you a different analogy, let's just say if I go to your house, you're going to have different rules at your house than, um, let's say, Anita has. You may say, hey, when you come in my house, you got to take your shoes off. So I'm just going to follow your rules because I'm at your house. If I'm in Anita's, Anita may say, no, I got shoe covers. Put the shoe covers on. You may go to somebody else's house and they may say, no, you can leave your shoes on. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So once you understand what you're trading and how it moves, then you play by those rules. Some things that we trade, we call these pullbacks. They have really strong or really big pullbacks. And when that happens, you make sure that you give that thing that you're trading enough room to inhale so that it can exhale. I'm trying to see if I can find a good spot. But all of this right here just seems to be consolidation. The market is moving sideways. But when the market is trending, Okay, I think here's a spot here where I can see the market is trending. And I probably could use an example.
You have someone else on the line.
Yep, somebody else was in here. I don't think I have anybody else waiting to come in though. No. Tanya, what's up? If you want to hit that link, Tanya, you could actually join us and talk or ask me questions. If you want to click the link above, you can click that link and join on Zoom. I sent it to you also on Telegram, Tanya. Um, so this would be, see where is it at? I can show you. It's not really a good one. Almost here. So let's do this. Let's do this for an example of how I trade. Here's an entry here. I'm going to go back in time. And this is one thing that I really like about trading is that, you can have your own style and your own way of doing things. And other people don't have to agree with it, but if it works for you, then you continue to do your thing. So let's say I'm doing a sale for whatever reason, and this is my stop loss. So if I got a sell alert, and I wouldn't take this sale just because my confirmations wouldn't be met.
Right, because that line is blue. I got that one.
Right. See, good stuff. And I said, well, I'm going to take a sale here, and I want my stop loss to be here, and my take profit is here. And you're like, but that's $95, and you could lose $160. Yeah, I could. You're right. But this is just what I have set up, and I'm really feeling good about the market making this drop. And it's a counter trend trade. You're like, that's kind of crazy. But I have this box here, and I'm saying that if it goes above this box, and normally I'll give it a little extra room, and I won't just hug the box. I'll give it a little extra room to see if it's going to go past that box. And it gets up right up to the box, and then starts to turn around. It didn't hit the box. So I would say if it passes, now I am really, really, really considering closing my trade. But in most cases, it'll come right back down and take me to my take profit. But I will only jump in if all my confirmations are met and I felt really good about the trade. Then in some cases that happens, but like going against the trend, like we have a blue line and I'm taking a red sell, I'm actually taking a real good chance of setting myself up for failure and getting my stop loss hit.
Mm-hmm.
So by not doing that and saying, even though the sale looks good, let me just wait for the buy. And I'm looking to come in and make money from here to here. But that red box is in the way. I'm not going to take the trade because it's too close to the red box. It's like, I'm getting ready to run, but I see a brick wall. Nope, I'm not going to do that. So I'll wait. And if you're being patient and you say, oh, here's another blue arrow, blue line, confirmations are met. Nope, I'm going to wait. You got a better chance of getting profit from down here to the line or to the box. And you wait till your trade crosses your line, and then your confirmations are met, and then boom, you jump in a trade and you win. So Sometimes, like I think I talked to you earlier, what I'll do is I will have a goal set for $200. And this is where we would do, I think somebody even mentioned like a trailing stop loss. And you just kind of follow your trade to see if you're going to, if it continues to drop. Right? So like here, my goal may be 200. So we're in this trade, we're negative $5. Now, I mean, we're positive, we're positive $20. Let's see what happens. So my goal is 200. Now that I've seen the market do an inhale and I just received a sell alert, now I'm going to come back and change my $300 profit,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a $200 profit into 385, and I'll wait until we get in a profit, and now I can move my stop loss and secure my trade. Like once it reaches my goal of 200, I could do that and walk away and continue to receive the blessings that the good Lord has for me. So even at this point where I've made $60, sometimes you can come in and just put your, stop loss in the profit and secure some of this trade so you won't lose it. But if you notice that, once it entered, it came back quite a few times, which would have taken you out of the trade, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have lost, you would have won money, right? Maybe if it was $5 or $10, whatever you secured, you would have been good. But if you were patient and you believed in your system, right, then you will just wait and let it play out and then move your stop loss into profit. So now that $320 that you risk end up being a $400 or $500 trade. So if I look at it on the 5 minute, now I could see my blue box. Here in the 1 minute, I can't really see it. I can kind of go up, I don't see anything. So I'll go to the next time frame to see where my blue box is at. If I'm deciding to ride a trade, and I'll take it to the top of that blue box. And like I said, this could be a $500 trade. So I'll confirm that, and I'll wait until we get past here so that I can secure whatever it is that I was really aiming for. Like if we just took each trade at $100, the spot that I'm securing is, I think, 20 ticks because it's $5 a tick.
So right now, as it's ticking, it was at 100 and it dropped to 95 real quick. Did that
Right.
take you out?
No, I'm still in. It didn't take me out because I didn't move my stop loss into profit. If I would have moved my stop loss, then it would have taken me out.
That was my question. Okay.
Right.
So for me, it would have taken me out. If I would have seen 100 and I had to go, like, oh, the bell's gonna ring and I gotta go, then I would have probably just stopped right there.
Right. So like say here, if you're on your break and you say, oh, well, I'm in profit, you could take your stop loss and we could just say, well, I'm gonna secure this and I'm gonna press confirm. And now I'm securing $30. So now I'm headed back to work. But if the market comes back and hits me, I know that I can't lose this trade. No way, no how. I have nothing to worry about. I can go to work and be good. I made $30 at least.
Got it.
You got
Okay.
me?
I like that.
Right. Now, if it continues to drop, you could make $500.
Right. But I'm gonna be in profit. I'm gonna make 30.
Yeah. So that's it. So
Okay.
that's like how we do it. Tanya, what's going on? So now we're at $140 in this trade.
I was trying to get unmuted.
So you can move it again. Okay.
I
I
could,
get that.
right?
I just
I
need my
could.
hands on it. I need another computer.
So the more you play with it, the better you get at it. So practice makes perfect. And I tell people all the time, especially my people that watch sports, like right here, look, we may get put out. They may come back and put us out and take our $30. I don't want it to do that because I feel it's going to drop. So let me confirm it and just move back. Yep. So I'm going to let it do its thing and kind of give it some space to breathe, confirm, right? But I'll tell people it's really not about how often your coach or your team has practice and you show up for practice. You could say, I've never missed a practice. I was there every practice. And the coach is like, yeah, you're right. Yep. But there may be someone else who, you know, probably missed one or two practices, but they're a better player because they put in more time.
Yeah. Now I feel like I've been sitting on the bench for a couple years and I need to put my hands on it.
That's it. Just get in. Like, even if you're on the bench, you could still be practicing at home, right? Just because a person's riding the bench doesn't mean that they're really not productive. They could still be practicing at home and getting better on the game. And then the coach is going to notice and be like, man, I see you in practice. You really getting better. You really practicing when, nobody else is around. That's what it's about. It's like if you want to impress God, it's not impressing him in front of other people. It's what do you do when no one else is looking,
Hmm.
right? And that's when it's gonna show. That's when it's gonna pay off. When you get in trouble and it hits the fan, what are you gonna do? Right? What you do in the middle of the storm? Do you panic or do you truly put it in God's hand?
Okay.
So do that, and it's gonna pay off. So when you have that downtime, get into the chart. Look at the system that I'm talking about, and the more you see it, the more it's gonna make sense. Like if you would have entered the trade here and you were looking for, you know, even if it was just $100, entered there, 20 ticks would have been right here, would have been 20 ticks in 1, 2, 3. In 3 minutes, that would have been $100 trade,
Okay.
right? So, but just like I say, continue to look at it. Here's another one here. There was a sell alert, red candle, red line, all the confirmations met. Could have taken this trade, entered here. This box wasn't here. That would have been another $100. So you could have made $200 just off of going on the red arrows, right? And if you had to go to work, it did not even, yeah, this candle came back and would have put you out at $30. Um, but you would have won $30 on this trade if you would have moved your stop loss and went back to work. So, like I said, there's different ways that people trade, and it's up to you to kind of find your own thing that works for you. I'm giving you a strategy that has and is working for me and other people. You could say, I want to go with $100 and get out there. You can say, I want to, as soon as I get in profit, I'm gonna put my stop loss in profit. And if it comes back and takes me out at $50 or $30, I'm happy with that. And then I'll come back in the next time. Right. So with me, I go crazy. I'll trust the system. I'll believe it. People that have traded with me for years know that I would get in a trade and stay in a trade. Like when I first got in, I would stay in trades for weeks, months at a time when it was trades that people wouldn't even go to sleep on or turn their head because I believe in the system. So like here in the hour time frame, all the confirmations were met for me to take this trade. I would have took this trade and stayed in it and still be in this trade. And we're talking about like 150, 160 for ticks. And I think Tanya have seen some of those trades before that I've done, but it didn't happen overnight. It was a lot of practice and a lot of me trusting the system that I have, been blessed to put together. I always give credit to God that He's allowed me to put together. So Yeah. And then I watch this. Like right now, it's consolidating. The market is going to take time where it consolidates. If I'm in a trade and it's consolidating, then I tough it out. If I see it consolidating, then I'm not going to jump in that trade.
Right.
I'll wait.
I wouldn't either. I agree.
Well, Tanya, you have any questions? Let me see if we can find another US trade before I get out of here. If there are no more questions. So right now, I'm gonna end this pretty soon and then go and just do a Zoom with just the team. See Alexander in here. What's going on with you this morning, sir?
Not much. Just tapping in.
Okay. Just trying to do something a little different, man. So Alexander is new to the program. He's been playing around with it. I can't even say playing because he's been seriously doing pretty good. How's it been going, man?
It's been going good. I'm learning every day. I did take a big loss on two trades, but I worked my way back up.
Did you work it back up?
I traded on Christmas Eve too.
You had to
I
get it,
won
didn't you?
like $100.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah. So I mean, taking those baby steps. I think I've looked at his stuff, what he's been doing. Um, just from the short time span that he's been trading, uh, it's just been outstanding to see the progress and even the amount of trades that he's won. I mean, I don't even want to talk about the dollar amount because the dollar amount is crazy. I don't even want to bring that up, but I'm just going to talk about the number of wins versus losses. If you were to guess, how many trades have you lost, man, since you've been like doing this? Or how many have you won? I mean, I want to hear the losses too. Like, have you won more than you lost?
Yep. I won more than I lost. A lot of my losses is just coming from just like little minor mistakes or being, what I'm saying, sometimes being a little too eager to just hopping in at the wrong time, honestly. But for the most part, I win more than I lose, but it don't be perfect. I ain't perfect though.
Right. Yeah. So if you wait till all the confirmations are met and you're patient and everything falls in line, uh, what is it like, man? Is it, you normally have good success when you do that?
Yeah.
Now we were
Like
talking earlier,
I hopped in one right now. It was a little pullback, but now
coming
it's
to profit.
starting to go down now on the sale.
Okay. So that's just the patient part. You gotta be patient. You gotta trust the system. You can see it pulling back and getting negative, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna close the trade. I don't want to lose any more money. And if you sit and wait, it's like, dog, look at it. It end up dropping. So have you entered any trades before where, like here, where your stop loss was more than your take profit? Like when you win your $100, is your stop loss sometimes greater than $100?
Yep.
Mhm.
Cause the times that I didn't have it more, like that's when I ended up getting
Stopped out.
like kicked out faster. But then the market ended up like going back in the direction that I needed it to. And if I would have just made my stop loss a little bit bigger, I would have still been able to
When,
win.
right? So that's exactly what I was telling you and saying to you, Arletha. Like sometimes it doesn't make sense by the numbers. Sometimes looking at the numbers doesn't make sense, but it plays out, right? So we first came in, this was $100 trade that $200 we were looking to make. And then I was like, since it pulled back, since it took this big inhale, now I'm going to move my take profit down and I'm going to go for the $500 trade. So if we wanted the 200, we could say, let's take that. We got 220 right now. I can close this and be happy with that. Right. So now at this point, I can come in and I don't even like doing it from here. Let me go back to here and see if I can change this. And I can make it make more sense. Right. So before I like to move my stop loss into profit, what I use for stop loss to tell me where to put my stop loss, I use the boxes. If I do not have a box, then I like to use the candles that are solid, like, the blue or the red. So since we're moving down, I want to put my stop loss behind the nearest red filled in candle, right? Or above it. So I probably would still stay here at this one since this was the high of this section here that we're in. This was the highest that the market pulled back. So I would just kind of stay here and wait. Hopefully this will drop and give me another candle that's lower and preferably a red one. And I'll take that red candle and then I'll put my stop loss there at that point. Okay. So again, it's a patience game if you are looking to stay in longer. And it all depends on how the market is moving. Because at this time, normally the market moves a lot faster than it's moving now. But a lot of people and a lot of these big institutions, hedge funds, and insurance companies, they're on their vacations. They're not back yet. Some of them will not come back into the market until after New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
And then keep in mind, just because it's New Year's, that doesn't mean jump into the market and start trading, because the first week of every month can be volatile. Man, the market can move really wild and crazy and real fast, and stay out the way if you can. My job is to try to get you to cross the street and get you to the other side. And I'm trying to build a bridge over the expressway, or let you wait until you can get a crosswalk before you cross, instead of crossing in the middle of a busy intersection. So even with crossing the street, we just have to be patient. Just wait. And when you do, it pays off in most cases. Nothing is 100%. There's a guy that I know that trades, and he said he hasn't lost a trade in years. Hasn't lost. And some people would be like, that's impossible. Everybody takes a loss every now and then. But as soon as he enters a trade and it gets into profit, he's moving his stop loss into profit or into break even. And if he gets taken out of the trade, then he just comes back in when the opportunity presents itself. So if that's something that you decide to do, I can see that happening. Because most trades that I enter, I very rarely enter a trade that goes negative, that never hits profit, right? Some trades that I enter, they may, hit profit or, turn green or show some type of profit and then go negative, and continue to go that way. But most of them will at least get me into profit. And if I was the kind of person to say, well, I'm going to put my stop loss into profit as soon as that happens, then I could be one of those traders that could say I haven't lost a trade in so long. But I think I have a pretty good, record when it comes to wins and losses. And it's not the fact of me how many trades I lose. It's more or less how many points or ticks I get. You know, because I could lose a trade if I followed my system and I followed it to the T. I could lose 3 trades in a row, and then my next trade I would make more money than what I lost on those 3 trades. And that's kind of like doing the same thing that I was kind of telling you all that you could do is just move your take profit and move your stop loss and just let the market continue to drop. So at this point, and normally I already have this set up, but I would like to be notified. And this is where I put in my lookout just in case the market pulls back. I want to see it break past this box because this would be a great place to move my stop loss to. It's above this box. So now if it comes back to this area, I don't have to look for it. I can touch this line, add an alert. Only for this one, I have attention, attention, attention. Create that alert. And then I like to know where to enter. This is something that's always good to do is put your entry on your chart. Because you're gonna get the entry anyway when you just enter the trade. But once you actually hit your TP, you will not have this entry level, and you'll be wondering like, where did I enter? You can go back and look at the numbers. But if you have this here, it helps you because now even if the trade goes against me, if the trade goes against me, I could say, I can go back and look at this and say, why did I lose the trade? I could also use my take profits or these lines to let me know where I'm at in the market and how much money I've made so far. Right. So like here will be the $200 mark. So I put my TP1 would be here, right at lookout. TP2 would be at $200. And then I could say here's 300 would be TP3. And I could just move this here to let me know when I'm at that point, and so on until I get to my $500. All right. So we broke past the box. Now I'll put my my lookout right above here because I want to know if the market comes back above this box. My stop loss, we've locked in $100. Confirm. I can go on, live my life, go play with my wife, my kids, whatever I want to do, and just let the market continue to go. Does that make sense? So using the system is, it's pretty, it makes it, it makes it easier. I'm not going to say it's really easy, but it's less complicated for me at least. And then also my main purpose, for my kids. I remember I used to be the trader that would sit in front of the computer for hours and hours and hours. And when I decided to do that, that's when I first started, and it was crazy because it was during COVID, and I was supposed to be
Attention. Attention.
there's our attention being hit, just to let me know that the market is pulling back. So now I just watch it and see if it comes, to my stop loss, if I'm gonna pull back or just leave it there, just let it take me out and be, comfortable or cool with that.
Attention. Attention.
And watch, let me show you something. If it hits the stop loss, and it comes back down, it's going to give us a sell alert.
Okay.
Because this is like where the 1, 2, 3 punch, comes into play. And I talk about, before you punch somebody, you
Draw back.
draw back. Right? A good punch, at least. Anyway, a good punch, you're gonna pull back that elbow and then release with some force. So got taken out. No problem at all. Locked in that $100 and something. So at this point now, I put myself back in position to get ready for another trade. I'll drop my entry down. I'll get my lookout above, and then put my sale in position. Then I wait. Thank you. Now, I haven't pressed sale yet. I'm just waiting to see if I get my confirmation. See my sale? There's my sale. That's my alert. So I'm gonna go right below this. I'm not going right in. I'm gonna press sale. $160. I'm gonna move my entry. I'm gonna wait. So now we're in the trade. We're in. My stop loss is at 300. So my comfortable spot is right above this red box.
Box. Okay, I see it.
Right? So boom, it says negative, $270. But this, at the same time, could end up being more than $165 if I decide to move my take profit down. I just jumped in, but I had already went through and made all of my confirmations. You know, confirmation number one, we were waiting for the sell alert, red arrow, red candle.
Red
Confirmation
boxes
number
and red
two,
line.
right? Whether this is two or this is two, it doesn't matter as long as all three of them are there. We got our red line. We got our candles below the red line, and we have the red boxes here. So everything is come down. All the colors are matching. I feel good about taking this trade. Now that we're in it, the blue box has shown up, right? So
Can you come and check out? Oh,
this is telling me that at the top of this blue box would give me 20 ticks, which would give me $100 right at the top of this blue box. So if for whatever reason I felt that I wouldn't get this, this is a strong support level and the market may turn around, then I'll take this trade for $100 and be done and get out. And then I have the opportunity to wait for another alert. So, but just imagine if you were sitting at your computer, you didn't have to work, you had an off day, it was a holiday like it is now. And you're just looking for 20 ticks to get, $100 on each trade. And we started at, say, roughly 9 o'clock. So here's 9:18. This would have been the first sale that we would have gotten. Boom, came down. That would have been a 100 there. On that candle. And then next, this one would have gave us all confirmations. We would have got in, below the candle. Somewhere in here, but anywhere in there. You would have won that one. There was another one that took place here. You would have won that one. That's 2, 3, 4. This one, you won this one. We probably wouldn't have taken that one because I think it was close to the bottom. No, that's not even a sell alert. This was a sell alert. We won that one. I done lost count on how many wins. Here's another one we would have won. Here's another sell alert. We would have got here. It crossed there. That'd have been another one. So easily $500-600. I'm saying that we would have gotten easy. Here's another one right here that would boom. There's another 100. So within the hour, $500 to $600 easy. Did I miscount or did somebody anybody agree with me on that?
I think it was 5.
5. So here we are, $165. I want to move this down now, confirm. See if this is going to come past and give me 2. Can do that. Right. Now at this point, like I say, I don't want to lose this trade. I got to get back to work, whatever. I'm gonna lock in $25. Got an option to do that. So it's the same thing that we're doing over and over again. and that's it. And a lot of people, and especially following rules and not really wanting to get in trouble, if you were to post um, trades that you're taking, you start getting into this and showing people, instead of showing your dollar amount, a lot of people that really invest, they're not really impressed with how much you've made. They're impressed with the percentage that you've made. So you could show the percentage that you would make on this trade. And these are crazy percentages to make on a trade within a day. And it's not even a day, it's within minutes, even if it's within hours, right? Um, so when you understand the power of this, it's just like, man, that's crazy. And you tell somebody, yeah, I made, 2%, 3% on the trade, or 0.22% on the trade in 15, 20 minutes. And they're like, what? Because if you got your money in the bank for a whole year, they're going to give you 0.0. I mean, you're lucky if you get
Yeah.
$4 in 12 months, right? You're lucky. So instead of having that money just sit in the bank, at least all of it, take some of it, and to learn how to do what you're doing, it's great. It's a blessing. So if we would have even just taken, say, the first one, uh, that's 950. What was the first one at? Right at 9. It's 920. Did we get anything? And we would not have taken this because I could see that it was close to this blue line. So maybe here, this was the first trade that we would have taken here. And you enter the cell. And let's just look at where we would be now. Let's see what percentage. I did not hit confirm. Is it moving? No. Let me go back. This is our cell alert. Now to move the take profit down. And then hit confirm. Let's see what our percentage would be and just hold them for about an hour. Four? It's like 4%, 0.4, no, 4%. We didn't get 4%, did we? All right, here's an easy way to do this. We'll do it like this. Okay, we're still in play. We can still do this. All right. If I do this, gotta go back a little bit. So this is roughly where the market is at. So if I was just to say, did a buy from here and we entered here, 3.8. I mean 0.38. So 40% is roughly where we would be. Let's see if it's lower than this when we get back in, because then it'll be 40. 40%. We are below this mark that we moved. So we would have made 40% return on this investment in an hour. That's crazy. Compared to 0.03%, 2%, 4% in a year. Let's see if we can catch something else. So we just got a sale alert. So we just caught a sale. If you did not get that alert, you can enter, put an entry at the bottom here. Like do a sell stop. And I will put the entry right up under that red candle right here, right up under there. When the market comes back in, boom, you be in for this trade. This could be a 7%er. I think typically, 10% will probably be like 20 ticks.
Oh,
So yeah, what is that? So 8% will give you 20 ticks. This drop here, if this drops here, this would be a great place to move stop loss to. And it looks good because it didn't really give us another sell alert, but it did give us a red candle. It did give us a red candle. So want to see this candle move past here? If it moves past there, then I'll go ahead and confirm that stop loss move.
so, um,
And this is a game you can play all day too as well. It's just by moving your take profit, moving your stop loss, having your alert set up to see when it comes back. This is entry. Set an alert for entry. Just do a bell ring. So boom, we just got that close. So now we have 2 trades, 2 stop losses. I just don't know which one is which, I think. Okay, that's for this one. Looking at the dots. So this one is going to be for the first trade that we put in. secure 1% of the trade. This way, anything happens, locked in on this one, right? Let's see if it takes us out. And if it does, we're cool. Doesn't matter. Took us out, we locked in 1%. So that's the safety net of this. On the other hand, on the other trade, I'm still in, riding it down. So that's gonna be it, y'all. I just wanted to come in and not only just trade on YouTube, but be able to give you the opportunity to talk instead of just typing in the chat. So I think I may do this for the rest of the year going out. But I'm really not doing anything until the end of the year, until next year. My goal has been met for the year. So there's no need for me to really be greedy and, continue to trade, locking in my profit. And this time of the year, I tell people that it's a really tricky time of the year. This last quarter is a tough time of the year. So if you have a strategy or a system that you're using and you're consistent with it and being profitable, then it just proves that you have a pretty good system. Do not forget and try to just jump right back in the market because it's a new year and be happy that it's the first. NFP is real. Okay, non-farmers payroll. What does that mean? I don't even know. I just know the market is crazy. Stay out the way. Right? So if they say don't go outside, somebody's shooting, I'm not gonna say what kind of gun they got. I'm just gonna stay out the way, right? I never got caught up with what is NFP or what does that mean or why shouldn't I trade? When I heard about it, I made sure that I just kind of kept my eyes open. I would watch the market and see how it moved, and I was like, whoa, it is crazy. Wow. Right? If somebody I know back in the day was telling me something, like I saw a girl that I like, man, I know this girl, man. I saw this girl, man. She is beautiful, man. I'm gonna holler at her next time I see her. And man, they're with me, and they're like, I see her right there. That's her right there, man. Like her with the pink on. I'm like, yeah, dog, that's Felicia. You know her? Like, yeah, I know her, man. Don't talk to her, man. She crazy. She used to talk to my cousin, man. Slashed his tires up, bust his windows out. Why'd she do that? Man, because she thought that he was cheating. He wasn't even cheating on her, man. She saw him with his cousin. He was with his cousin, dude, and she thought it was another girl and just went in. So just on that alone, I'm like, all right, I'm stay out the way. I ain't gonna mess with her because she crazy. I'm not gonna mess with the crazy lady. Same thing with, with guys. If your friend tell you that some dude is crazy, he's, abusive or whatever, just look out. We stay out the way. We do not need the full report. I'm not gonna say, let me see the police report. Nah, I'm good. Getting out the way, y'all. So same thing with the market. Same thing. Just stay out the way. Let the market do what it wants to do. Just respect it. As long as you respect it, you should be okay. It's hard to respect the market when it's not in its right mind. It's like I think, certain times of the day or certain times or certain things that's going on, like with the news, it's like taking that bull ride. You could actually ride a bull without it going crazy. If you train it or if you do not tie that rope around its sack, right? Even a horse, you don't want to ride a horse that's not trained, but after it's trained, then that's when you want to get on that horse. But so I'll have a good one and there's our alert for our entry. Again, watching this, if this was a trade that I was in, this would be like, stop loss alert. If it breaks past this, continues to go up, then I would be looking to exit that trade. That's what I use these boxes for. But not just because it touched the box. I look for it to close and then show positivity like it did here, that it's going to continue to go up and create a higher high. If it creates a higher high, then we know that it's doing uptrend stuff, and we want it to continue to do downtrend stuff. All right, so with that being said, y'all have a good one. Yes, y'all enjoy these last couple of days of the year.
Chuck, thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this because I know you'll be at work for the next couple of, I mean, you'll be off work for the next couple of days. So I'm gonna try to do this, and we do have a class that we're going to do Tuesday. Normally we do classes on Wednesdays, and Wednesday being New Year's Eve, took a vote in the university, and everybody voted for doing class tomorrow. So we'll have class tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So lock that in the calendar.
Which platform? Where do I find this class?
This is going to be in the university, the one that I sent you. I'll send you a message there so you'll know exactly where it's at and how to get to it. I think I showed you the calendar and stuff when we were on Zoom. Remember when we met?
Is it the SKOOL school?
Yep, school. Yep, right there.
Okay.
So right there. When you click on the calendar, you'll have the link, and you can just click on that link. And then,
Okay.
all right.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. God bless. Take care, y'all.
Thank you, Tanya. Nice meeting you all.
You gotta sell it. I'm about to make a sale. I'm about to sell it. All right, y'all. I'm out.